You already know you have chronic back pain. What no one has told you is that your posture might be the reason that it never goes away. Most people stretch, strengthen, and try every exercise they find online. The back pain goes away temporarily and then quietly returns. That's because poor posture could be a factor if it keeps loading your spine in the wrong way every single day. In this video, I'm going to show you how that happens, and I'll also cover the 3 most common posture patterns that occur in humans. And watch until the end, because I'll give you a simple posture corrective routine you can start using today to finally take the pressure off of your back. Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Wafer, a chiropractor in Houston, Texas. I help people get relief from disc bulges, sciatica, pinched nerves, and chronic spinal issues without surgery or medication using chiropractic corrective care. Subscribe now if you want simple exercises and proven tips to help you feel better, move better, and stay pain-free. Here's the part most people never connect. Your back doesn't hurt because of just one moment. It hurts because of something that has been building for a long time without you even knowing it. But before we talk about bad posture, let us first look at what good posture actually looks like so you have something to compare it to. From the front, your head should be centered over your sternum centered over your midline of your pelvis, and your pelvis lined up with the midline between both ankles. From the side, your ear should line up with your shoulder with your hip with your knee, and all of that with your ankle. This ideal posture is not just about looking straight. It's about how your body distributes its weight. When everything stacks properly, spinal load spreads evenly throughout the vertebrae and the disc the way it was designed to. Now, here's what happens when it doesn't stack properly. When your posture shifts forward, slouches, or arches excessively, that ideal posture stack breaks down. The weight of your head and torso no longer sits over your hips. Stress shifts into the smaller joints, overworked muscles, and irritated ligaments. And at first, you don't even feel it. But think about this. If your head moves just 1 inch forward, the muscles in the upper back have to work dramatically harder just to hold it up. Now multiply that by 8 hours a day, or even years. Your muscles tighten to protect you. They don't relax because they can't. Spinal joints, ligaments, and discs get stressed. Inflammation builds, and eventually back pain sets in, not from one big injury, but from accumulated misalignment repeated every single day. Have you ever noticed your pain creeping up by the end of the day? That is load fatigue. It's not weakness. Once you understand how posture affects your spine, you start to see something else. There are common patterns that show up again and again in people with chronic back pain. The first is forward head posture. This is when your head shifts forward relative to your shoulders. Not tilted down, not just when you're looking at your phone. Actually moved forward in space. And here's what most people miss. Forward head posture rarely shows up alone. It's usually compensating for something lower in the body. Very commonly, the ribcage shifts backwards, and that backward shift is often a response to the pelvis drifting forward relative to the feet. So you end up with a very common pattern. Head forward, ribcage back, pelvis forward. But here's what it does to your neck and your back. When the pattern sets in, stress builds at the major transition points in the spine, the lower neck and the lower back. The lower back takes the most of it, specifically at L4-5 and L5-S1, because all of your upper body weight is now unevenly loading the lower lumbar spine. Think about what that feels like after 5, 10, or even 20 years. If someone took a photo of you from the side right now, would your ear line up over your shoulder, or would it shift forward? The second common pattern is a rounded or hunched mid-back. Clinically, this is known as thoracic hyperkyphosis, which simply means too much curvature in the mid-back. When the middle of the spine rounds forward excessively, the head almost always shifts forward to keep your eyes level, and we already know what a forward head does to the lower back. But there's another layer to this one. When the mid-back collapses forward, the ribcage drops and the pelvis often tucks underneath. That changes how forces travel through the lumbar spine. Instead of load being shared across the spine, it becomes concentrated in one area. Concentrated load, repeated every day, leads to chronic back pain. That's also why simply telling yourself to sit up straight never fixes it. The pattern is still there the moment you stop thinking about it. The third pattern is different from the other two. The first 2 patterns happen in the front to back direction. This one happens side to side in what we call the coronal plane. It's called a lateral ribcage shift. This is when the ribcage drifts off center, either to the left or to the right. Your brain doesn't like your head being off balance, so if the rib cage shifts to the right, the head will often compensate and move to the left to keep your eyes centered. You can imagine what this does to your neck over time, but think about what it also does to your lower back. The entire weight of your upper body is now offset to one side. Instead of load being evenly distributed, the one side of the lumbar spine absorbs more compression and more stress year after year. That asymmetrical posture can become a significant source of chronic back pain. So here's the real question. Which of these patterns do you recognize in yourself? Because once you identify the pattern, you can stop guessing. And once you stop guessing, you can start correcting it. Now, here's your posture correcting routine. This one is best suited for front to back posture patterns, forward head posture, backward rib cage, and that rounded and hunched mid-back, along with shoulders rounding. That almost always comes with them. These are the most common patterns that we see. This routine is called Brugger's relief position. It's powerful because it does three things all at once. It recenters the head over the shoulders, it brings the rib cage back over the pelvis, and it opens up the shoulders instead of letting them collapse forward. Here's what makes it even more practical. You can do this seated, at work, at home, anywhere. No equipment, no mat, no need to change clothes. And it's not just a posture correcting routine. It also releases tension. By restoring alignment, it allows those overworked muscles in your shoulders, neck, and lower back to finally let go. Here's how to do it. Sit toward the edge of a chair, place your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Gently shift your weight slightly forward so you're not slumping into the backrest. Now lengthen your spine tall, not stiff, just tall. Draw your shoulders back and slightly down and turn your palms outward so that your thumbs point away from your body. This externally rotates the shoulders and directly counteracts the rounded position. You can place them on your thighs or let them hang to your side. Then gently draw your chin straight back so your ears line over your shoulders. That is Brugger's relief position. Now, from this position, take a slow, deep breath in through the nose, hold for a second, then relax and breathe out slowly. Reset the position and then repeat. Do this 10 to 20 times. Go ahead and follow along now. Let's do a few reps together. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, hold for 1 second, then relax and breathe out slowly. Reset the position and do that again for another rep. How does that feel? Do you feel like your chest is opened up, less tension in your neck, a subtle shift in the lower back? Leave a comment below and let me know. Brugger's relief position is a simple but effective routine you can use every single day or anytime you start to feel that posture is starting to collapse. If you have chronic back pain, you now understand something most people never get told. Bad posture is not just cosmetic. It's mechanical. It changes how your spine carries its weight. Over time, that uneven loading can absolutely be a contributing factor, and in some cases, the very reason your back pain developed in the first place. You now also have a simple and effective relief position called Brugger's relief position. This relief posture can help reduce abnormal spinal load and reduce built-up tension in your shoulders, neck, and lower back. If you found value in this video, like it and share it so more people dealing with chronic back pain can finally understand what might actually be contributing to it. It really does help get this information in front of more people who need it. And subscribe if you want more simple exercises and proven tips to help you feel better, move better, and stay pain-free. Now, if you're ready to go deeper and you want more advanced exercises specifically for correcting forward head posture and hunchback posture, check out this playlist. I walk you through more exercises on how to correct your posture at home safely and effectively. Go watch this playlist next.